Good afternoon. First of all, I have to clarify some things. The purpose of this series is not only to show how one should develop his skills in Chi-Sao, but how does Chi-Sao transition on real play. Chi-Sao by itself is nothing. Have in mind that no matter how fast one can move his hands in Chi-Sao, it doesn't mean that he can stand in a battle. Because Chi-Sao is not how Wing Chun fights. In Chi-Sao you may stand with your head high, but in an actual fight you must have your head covered. Moreover, your punches should not be like this or like what they do, because in this way they will never be effective. Study our episodes about the punch to see how the punches should look like in an actual fight. But if you don't know Chi-Sao, there is no Wing Chun, because how will you develop Bong Sao, Lan Sao, footwork, transitions and other tools without random contact? And without all these tools, this excellent martial art becomes the worst. This is today's random scenario. Okay, that was fast because all this happened instinctively without even thinking. But let's analyze it, because in this 3-second scenario there is material for 1 month training. In the beginning, I tried to enter transforming my Fok Sao to a punch. This is very important for the actual fight, as you will see at the end of the video. Notice the transformation, and this is one of the various applications of the uppercut in the second form. Notice also the hips and the correct footwork that gives me tremendous structure. My partner needs to develop his structure, otherwise he will collapse, and then I will go to a correct inside pack and he's finished. And then he will need a jump sao, and then I will need a Bong Sao, and then I will find another way, and I will end up to a Lan Sao, and okay, now I'm lost in another scenario, let's go back. This guy is good, and he didn't collapse. Which means that one component of his force is going out of my center, otherwise he would collapse. I immediately feel it, and with a Hyun Sao, I let it go. At the same time, I realize the space and I punch him. And notice the immediate adjustment of my right leg, which means footwork. But my partner feels that he lost the center and he tries to adjust using a jump sao. And if I don't immediately adjust, he will turn to a Lan Sao and he will close me down. But in this example it happened that I immediately adjusted and I changed to Bong Sao, so I deflected his energy. And as we explained in the previous episode, I now have a Lap Sao and a Fung Hao. And if he is not trained to have a Wu Sao, I cut his throat. Of course he had a Wu Sao, and in this scenario I instinctively use the circular knockout. Now many would say that this is wrong because I should go for a straight punch, as everybody does in the Lap Sao exercise. But as we said, this is advanced Chi-Sao and not basic. If I used a straight punch and my opponent immediately changed to Bong Sao, then there would be a balance, which means that I would have missed my opportunity. But with my choice, even if he changes to Bong Sao, he has nothing. Additionally, my right hand could turn him using my structure, which would put him in even more difficult position. All these are encoded in the third form, in this movement in which I turn my opponent out of his central line and at the same time I punch him again out of his central line. And I hope that some people now realize how stupid they were when accusing me of not doing Wing Chun because I don't use straight punches. And now let's see how all these are translated in an actual fight. The first attack is very important because I learned how to attack my opponent using my structure. If I attack like this, nothing will happen unless I attack a grandmother, but nobody is made of paper. But this will make him collapse. How I link my structure to this is developed only through Chi Sao. After this, in Chi Sao I learned how to find alternative paths. In an actual fight, it would be like this. Even if I am blocked, I immediately find another line and I hit him. And notice the footwork, which is exactly the same as in Chi Sao, otherwise the punch will not be effective. Then I used the Bong Sao to deflect his energy, and then I went on with the Lap Sao. Many cases in which this will happen whenever our hands are engaged. And then the very important circular knockout. I attack him, and no matter how fast he is, it is impossible for him to defend. Notice that he was so fast as to have a Wu Sao, but he didn't even see what happened. And if this is not from Chi Sao, then where is it from? All these were included in this 3-second scenario that happened instinctively, not staged, but because of sensitivity. And it is easy to develop provided that you study your game. You have to practice each movement separately and pay attention to shapes, structure, footwork, timing, positioning. Enjoy it without egos. This is Chi Sao, this is Wing Chun. Have a nice afternoon.